Hello, how is everybody tonight? It is Sunday, which means it's time for another Sunday night stream. Let's see, am I coming through loud and clear? Let's see. Yes, I am. How is everybody tonight? Let me see who I got with me here so far. That is from Jaxius. His link is in the description. Go check him out. Really talented dude. El Chuy Gringo is here. How you doing, El Chuy Gringo? We got Dalton. RJ Skarinki. Got Witch Hunter. Eddie. We got Cable Channel 11. Jess, how are you tonight, my friend? Got Orman. How are you tonight, Orman? Hope you're well. Michael Piatowski, how are you? Got San Andreas today. What's up with you? How are you? Jeremy and I are doing good. Ben Grimm, what's up with you tonight? How are you, sir? Got Astro Juicy with us, hanging out over on Twitch. Husker, what's up, Husker? Just another horror fan is here. Caleb Croft is here. Sam Thomason, Shannon Miller. Got Dave. Got Grave Dank, Shannon Miller, got DJ here, Joe Reese. Yeah, hope everybody's doing good tonight. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. It's daylight savings time tonight, right? That goes into effect what? Like midnight, I'm guessing, right? We lose an hour. Damn. Why do we still do daylight savings time? I mean, what's the... why do we still do that? It just messes everybody up. We gain an hour, we lose an hour. You know, time is our most precious commodity. How can we just give it and take it like that, you know? Steven, how are you? Freeman Films. Love your show. Amazing reviews and interviews. I'm a filmmaker myself. Well, cool, man. Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm wearing the hat as a tribute to the great Fred Durst. Yes. Yes. In tribute. Yes. Daylight savings time was last night. So it went into effect at 2 a.m. this morning. Really? No wonder. Wait a minute. Okay. So I guess, okay. So my phone and my computer and everything just automatically. Okay, good. But still, like I slept in really late today. Jeremy let me sleep in really late, but actually I was an hour ahead already and didn't even know it. Ah, well. Ah, well. We've got Swaggy here. How are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. So who's going to the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival at the end of the month? Who's going to be there? Swaggy, I know you were planning on going. Who else in the chat's planning on going to the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival in Nashville at the end of this month? Well, they got a lot of cool guests lined up. I know number of people are going to be there, so it'll be it's going to be a good time, I think. It's going to be a good time. And I know the Oscars are going on tonight. I completely forgot that the Oscars were going tonight. So I know it's choosing between the Oscars and me. I appreciate those of you who are tuned in here instead of the Oscars, because the Oscars are it's must-see TV. I know it's must-see TV, but I appreciate y'all hanging out tonight with me. I've got an unboxing I'm going to do here in a little bit. I've got a mask unboxing. We're going to be talking about some new physical media tonight. We're going to be talking about the 50th anniversary of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all the stuff that's happening this year to honor the 50th anniversary of my favorite horror movie of all time. And we're going to be talking about Scream 7. Is that still happening? Like, what's going on with that? One of the actors from the film did an interview recently where he's like, they've not talked to me. They've not contacted me. I have no idea what's going on. So, and of course, we're going to be talking about this Halloween TV series. The news of a Halloween TV series that's going to apparently go back to the roots of Halloween. Yet again, we're going back to the roots. So, yeah. We're going to get around to all that here very soon. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Going to get an autograph picture with Tom Atkins and Barbara Crampton. Very nice. I've met Tom Atkins a couple of times. Guy's awesome. I've never met Barbara Crampton, so I'm looking forward to meeting her. The Oscars are a reality show now. You're way more honest than the Academy. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I like your profile picture there too, Scott. The dad from Donnie Darko. Very nice. Your interview with Glenn Morgan blew me away. So candid. Yeah. Glenn was awesome. I really enjoyed speaking with him. We had a great chat about 2 weeks before we did our stream, just shooting the bull. And then we had a really nice chat afterwards, and he's awesome. Yeah, it's totally candid, just really, really cool guy. I loved every minute of our bloodstream together. If you missed that, it's on the channel. Go check it out. He talked all about Trick or Treat, The X-Files, Millennium, Final Destination, Black Christmas, Willard, working with the Weinsteins, the whole 9 yards. It was great. It was great. And that hopefully won't, he may be back on the channel in the future. We'll see. Ryan Swayze is here. Hey man, new to the channel. Well, Ryan, welcome. Thank you for being here tonight and hanging out. Thank you. Everybody say hello to Ryan. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and, Barbara in her prime is fire. Barbara's, I mean, she's aged very well. She's aged like wine. She's still looking pretty darn good. What's up, Redbeard? How you doing? Let's see. Oh, we got a super chat coming in here. Let's see how long it takes the little thing to line up. While we're waiting for that to pop up, let me get this going here so we can talk about the Halloween TV series. And let me know, you guys in the chat, what are we thinking about this TV series for Halloween? Are we excited? Are we? It's funny because I posted about it on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and in the community section on my channel page, and not a lot of people seem excited. So sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Thank you, Nico. And the super chat goes to Piz for another great bloodstream. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got a lot of great feedback from that bloodstream. Everybody who tuned in, or people who caught it, the archived version really seemed to enjoy it. And that's good. I'm glad. But thank you, Nico. Always appreciate that, my friend. The interview with Peter Atkins is on there. It's up there. Or just search pizowell Peter Atkins. I'm sure it'll pop up. Got Pumpkin J here. Good evening from NorCal. Thanks for being live, Piz. Well, thank you for tuning in. All right, so let's dive into the Halloween television series. And I've got the article here From Bloody Disgust. Ooh, where'd I go? There I am. There I am. The article pulled up here from Bloody Disgusting. Halloween, Miramax TV series will be a creative reset for the franchise. Here's the latest. A creative reset. So I guess, does that mean we're going back to the origin and we're going to have a new Laurie Strode and it's going to, it's all going to start from there again? Is that what we're talking about?
Man, you are one scared cat. They call me Reggie the Reckless.
Francis Chainsaw Grimp. Thank you for becoming a channel member. You are now officially one scared cat. Thank you very much. So yeah, we're creative reset, going back to the franchise's roots. Okay, to me, I interpret that as just a good old fashioned reboot, but in TV series form. So we're gonna have, we've already got the Chucky series. We're gonna get a Friday the 13th television series, and we're getting a Halloween television series. Is it me, or does it seem like our classic, horror franchises are either going to streaming services, i.e. Hellraiser, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or they're being turned into TV series now? Like there's no room for our, Mount Rushmore of horror on the big screen anymore. Does anybody else find that kind of sad? I mean, so I want new, and I want fresh, and I want different, but there can still be a place for our classics sprinkled in, I think. So, yeah. So let's read this article and let's see what Bloody Disgusting has to say. We learned this past October that Miramax landed the TV rights to the Halloween franchise, joining forces with Malik Akkad's Trancas International, blah, blah, blah. Miramax will be developing and co-producing the Halloween saga's first TV series. And Miramax head Mark Helwig has provided an update to Deadline. So here's what Mr. Helwig has had to say. I wonder if he's any relation to Jim Helwig, the Ultimate Warrior, the late great Ultimate Warrior. The foundation of it is the original film, the John Carpenter movie. The characters of that film, and perhaps a group of characters that we haven't really focused on that much in recent film versions, or even in a number of them. It's a creative reset completely, and going back to the original film as opposed to spinning out any of the more recent film adaptations. You're not going to spin off of Halloween Ends? Are you serious? The fan favorite Halloween Ends. We're not going to follow up that? You're crazy. You've lost me there. You've lost me. You're not spinning off of Ends. What is... that's an understatement. We're not spinning. We're not going to follow any of the more recent adaptations. Okay. Helwig also notes we're on a fast track. It's a big priority for us. We've had lots of exciting conversations in recent months with a number of really talented people, and I think we'll have a pretty good idea of what we're going to be doing very soon. We're hoping to lock down the creative team very soon. All right. So there you go. There you go. Let's, and look, and again, if you're unaware, I really liked Halloween Ends. I did. Let's see what are people saying here. It's too soon. It sounds more the same, and I don't like the big horror franchises turning to TV shows. It is way too soon. Like I thought they'd give it, they'd at least let it cool off for, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years at least, maybe, before we heard anything Halloween related. But You know what did it say? Halloween Kills was 2022, so it's been 2 years. Yeah, man, that's way too soon. That's just way too soon. Christina says, I'm definitely nervous about it for sure. I look at it as a missed opportunity because there are so many untold storylines that we could dig into. Very good. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this. Well, wait a minute. What did I do with that? I don't know if I... Anyway, the Halloween family tree. I don't know what I did with that. Crap. But we all know what that looks like, right? I mean, there's that family tree is just splintered everywhere. And you know, if they did, I mean, this is a perfect time. If they are going to do a television series, now is the perfect time, I think. Let's go back to Jamie Lloyd. Let's have, or let's do a Jamie Lloyd miniseries. Like a 3-episode arc. Jamie Lloyd today and Michael's back. Right? Let's do a 3-episode miniseries all about the Thorn cult. You know, let's do a 3-episode miniseries with John Strode. You know what I mean? Instead of going back to the roots and let's just reboot this thing again and here's the origin story, here's our new Laurie Strode, here's blah blah blah. We all know that. We've seen that a million times. That's so boring. If you're going to go the TV route with these things, now's the time to just go crazy, I think. You know what I mean? Like just go crazy. Let's have if you're gonna reboot it with Laurie, go back to the brother-sister angle. You know? Let's have a 3-episode arc of the brother-sister angle. I don't know. No Laurie Strode story unless she's killed off in the opening a la Scream. That ain't happening. That ain't gonna happen. No more Laurie Strode. Or, you know, I think what they should do here, or take that Dennis Etchison Halloween 4 script that he wrote, turn that into a 3-episode miniseries. That would be really cool. And I know a lot of people commenting on my posts about the series were like, do it Halloween 3 style. Let's do it where it's just, you know, it's not about Michael and Laurie and yada, 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 but like it's about Halloween. That ain't going to happen either. That ain't going to happen. We need more Halloween all day, every day. Hey, what's up, Go Seek Find? How are you doing? See, that's a good point too, Dalton. I don't want to say I think. I'm pretty positive that the reason why we're not seeing the big horror franchises on the big screen anymore is because studios don't think they're going to make enough money to make them worth their time. You know, how much is a Friday the 13th going to make at the box office tops? You know, how much is a new Hellraiser going to make at the box office, or a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre? So it's just not worth their time unless, you know, unless it's somebody like Jason Blum or A24 making them. That's why A24 went after Friday the 13th and Halloween. If A24 had gotten Friday the 13th and Halloween, we'd be getting movies, because that's the kind of movies they make. And Jason, you know, you can talk crap about Jason Blum all day, but Jason Blum makes those kinds of horror movies that get theatrical releases. So if, you know, a bigger studio owns Friday the 13th, they're looking at it from dollars and cents, you know, and it's not worth their time. But with Halloween, these last 3 Halloween movies made tons of money. Even, I mean, it was a steady, you know, Halloween 18 was way up here, Kills was down here, and Ends was way down here. They still made hundreds of millions of dollars. So I'm kind of surprised that, you know, I'm kind of surprised we're hearing about, well, I don't know. I don't think we may get a Halloween movie, a new Halloween movie eventually. We'll definitely get, I think, a new Halloween movie before we get like a new theatrical, I mean, you name the horror franchise. No justice for Corey. No justice for Corey. What's up, Johnny? How you doing, sir? With the hat and your recent haircut, you're looking about 14 and very sprightly, sir. Well, thank you. See, I kind of thought that too, Dalton. Honestly, I kind of thought that too. But I mean, of course, you know, Friday was still stuck in the legal issue limbo, and you know, Nightmare has just been, let's see. Hey, mate, I know you probably won't see this, but just wanted to say you're an amazing brother to Jeremy. I have a son just like him. Been waiting to be up for a live stream. Going to sit back and enjoy. Cool, man. Well, thank you, 112555. Glad you're here. And shout out to your son. So what about, they're going to fast track it. They're going to go back to the original, but they're going to cover characters that, or a group of characters that we haven't really focused on that much in recent film versions, or even in a number of them. What does that mean? Are we talking about, we're going to have more emphasis on Judith Myers? Are we going to have more emphasis on Michael's parents? Are we going to have, you know, the Sheriff Brackett, or not Sheriff Brackett. What's the sheriff from the first film? We'll have you know, that guy's episode. We'll have, hey, maybe we'll have the Ben Tramer episode. That's the only one I'm interested in. Let's do the Ben Tramer episode. Right? Okay. The Ben Tramer episode focuses on Ben wanting to get, Ben wants to get a job so he can afford to take Lori out on the date, right? Where does he get a job? The power plant. Who is his supervisor? Bucky. I'll watch that episode. I'll watch that episode a lot. What other characters in the Halloween universe that haven't been focused very much on, who's left? I mean, who can we focus more attention on? And I saw a big, I know, a lot of people are wanting, Danielle Harris back for whatever they're going to do here. More Jamie Lloyd. Are they going to go that? Can they go in that direction? Or like, if it's a complete reset, yet they're going to focus on characters that haven't been focused on before. It seems like they're just limiting it to Halloween 1, right? So what other characters in Halloween 1 can we really focus on and do that much with, you know? And they also, I think they kind of, if they explore too much of young Michael's background, like, you know, kind of like what Rob Zombie did with his Halloween, that just kind of makes Michael less interesting to me, really. Like, oh, he was bullied at school. That's why he became a killer. Or, you know, you fill in the blank, you know. That kind of thing just doesn't interest me. A Dr. Loomis backstory. I mean, a lot of that series will be, I think, will be Dr. Loomis heavy. If they're smart, Dr. Loomis will be the focus of the thing. Like, but even then, I mean, like, if you don't do Loomis justice, you know, I mean, you've got you're playing with dynamite there. But I do think, you know, hey, let's, you know, what's going on in Loomis's private life, you know, like maybe his obsession with Michael cost him a relationship or cost him a marriage. Maybe he's got, you know, a kid out there who, you know, I don't know. There's possibilities, I think. But will they do it right? Will they do those characters justice? You know, I don't know. That's my big concern with the Friday the 13th series, because there's something. I love that series is simplicity, and if they're gonna stretch that series into, like, I mean, a season is what, 8 to 10 episodes at least. How are you gonna make Friday the 13th Part 1, Season 1 stretch out over 8 to 10 episodes? I mean, you could do it, but is it going to be compelling? Is it going to, I don't know. The simplicity of Friday the 13th is something that always appealed to me. And I really don't want it diluted or made overly complicated, or I really don't want them screwing too much with the core basics of what Friday the 13th is, or even Halloween. Again, like, we don't need to know that Michael was bullied. We don't need to know that Michael, you know, whatever. I mean, we don't need to know every little detail. But if they're going to stretch these things out into seasons with multiple episodes, they're going to do that. And I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Let me see what's going on.
Sing
in the
it
chat.
again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
Matthew Rise is Dr. Loomis. Thank you, Nico, for the additional $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Matthew Rise. Do I know who that is? Who is Matthew Rise? Let me look him up here. Okay. I don't know if I've seen him in anything. Okay, I mean, he could do it. I could see it. Young Dr. Loomis. Okay. I could see it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I've actually not seen The Americans. I was wondering, because I saw a lot of pictures of him posing next to, what's that actress from Felicity? So yeah, she was in that series, so that makes sense. I was like, is he with her? Yeah, don't take away the boogeyman aspect of Michael. I love the boogeyman aspect of Michael. I think that makes him, I like that aspect of him. They need to leave Michael out completely. If they drill down into him even a little bit, it'll end up in After School Special. That's true. Very true. The whole episode about Bob. Okay. Poor Bob. You know, poor Bob. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Eric? How you doing? I need to know more about Haddonfield Hardware and who procures masks, ropes, and knives. Okay, that's a whole episode right there. Is the Haddonfield Hardware owner? Yeah, casting will be interesting. Casting will be big. That'll be a big thing. Is casting. Dr. Loomis's only relationship is with Michael, far as I'm concerned. They got to, if they're going to do this series thing, they've got to give him more than that, you know. I agree. I think Michael's backstory is best left to your own imagination. Exactly. What's up, Sean Sr.? How you doing, sir? I have a core memory of watching Lori using the coat hanger on Michael. I never forgot that, seeing that scene for the first time. Halloween is such an iconic movie. Yes, it is. No Michael Myers backstory. Yes, we don't need it. No. And that's exactly why it won't work if you have to dramatize it for sake of stretching it out. It's no longer a slasher, it's a soap opera. I'm not trying to be negative, but I don't see it working. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll do it where, like, you know, well, I don't know. I think the miniseries idea is better. Let's do the miniseries idea. Let's do the 3-episode miniseries with Jamie Lloyd, you know, and bring Danielle back. That'll make, imagine you want to go for, you know, you want to go for, what's it called? Where, you know, you just do what the fans want. What's it called? Crap. But talk about nostalgia. Talk about getting people excited. It would be fun. Like, hey, let's see, you know, where Jamie is now, you know, and then all of a sudden, bam, you know, her uncle's back. You know, she's got a family. She's got a couple of kids, you know, none of them know about her past. And then all of a sudden, you know, maybe she moves back home to Haddonfield to take care of her mother. You know, her mother's fan service. Thank you, Husker. Fan service. Yes. Imagine she moves back to Haddonfield to take care of her mother. Her mother's getting sick, you know. That's going to tug at the heartstrings. She brings her husband, she brings her couple of kids with her. And, you know, it's like, hey, you know, I'm back home, but, you know, the husband's like, you know, you never really talked that much about your childhood, and you didn't want to come visit your parents that much, yada, yada, yada. It's like, yeah, you know, it's a secret. But then, of course, you know, the bodies start dropping, and, you know, who could it be? That would be fun. That would be so much fun, I think. And then let's move on to 3 episodes of the Thorn Cult. You know what I mean? Let's go back to the Thorn Cult. Let's follow up where part 6 left off, you know, where Dr. Loomis is now Michael's keeper. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Let's do the 3 episodes with John Strode. Hell, see if Josh Hartnett may even come back to do that. Why not? You know? How fun would that be? But no, we got to go back to the roots, and we got to reboot the thing. And it, you know, we're talking about, like, you know, we want seasons of this thing, you know, 8 to 10 episodes a season, multiple seasons. Yeah, it'll work. It'll be great. People will love it, you know. I loved Friday the 13th, the game, 112555. I loved that game. It was imperfect. It was flawed, but it was so much fun. I've only played the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game a couple of times. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I don't know, but I loved Friday the 13th, the game. 3 episodes would be perfect. I'd argue throwing brand new characters into it, people with zero attachment to anything. Maybe they've just moved into Haddonfield from somewhere completely normal. We've got Fachi Cinema here. How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Matthew Lillard is Dr. Loomis. You want to talk about fan service? You want to talk about some fan service? There you go. And he's a great actor. He could pull it off, no doubt about it. How about a bottle episode set in the shop of the Man in Black's tailor? I'd watch it. I definitely would watch that. So, I'd love to have Josh Hartnett make an appearance, but he's gone on to do bigger things than I think he would. I mean, I don't know. You never know. You never know. You throw a good payday at him and, some back end and, I mean, nobody thought he would do an interview for the box set, that Halloween box set that came out years ago, but he did. He did. So, I don't know. What's up, John? How you doing? Doing good here? Doing good? I don't know. I in my heart, there will always be room for our legacy, iconic horror franchises. But I just don't know about this TV series thing for them. Like the streaming movies, sure. The big screen may not be the place for them anymore, but Netflix, Hulu, whatever, it's not bad. And look, and they don't have to be concerned about ratings and about pulling back when it comes to gore, when it comes to, violence. So if they announced a Halloween Hulu movie, I'd be like, cool, let's do it. Awesome. Yeah. Or a Friday the 13th Paramount Plus movie? Sure. Yeah, great. Let's do it. But like the TV series, I don't know. I mean, I thought the Hellraiser Hulu movie was pretty good. I had a great time with the Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, oh, and by the way, there's rumors that we're going to be getting another Texas Chainsaw on Netflix. Do you want that one to, if we do, I mean, is it going to follow the last film? I mean, what was the closing shot of that one was Leatherface walking home, right? Walking to the house. Like the perfect ending though. And I mentioned this during a stream a long time ago. The perfect ending would have been Leatherface opens the door. Or no, in the darkness, we hear a cigarette lighter click and click, 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 click. Then Leatherface opens the door to reveal, Chop Top sitting there. And he finally lights his lighter and he's got his little coat hanger and he starts scratching his head. He's like, what took you so long? What took you so long, Bubba? That's how it should have ended. Or that's how this new one should start. How cool would that be? I want Paul Rudd and Joseph Gordon-Levitt cameos. You know what? I think it would be Paul Rudd seems like he's somebody who would do something like that. Like he would, even Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mean, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is dead. But yeah, like a little cameo from him, like as a hockey player in the background. Sure, that'd be funny. But Paul Rudd seems like somebody who, like he's talked about Halloween 6. It's not like something he ignores. But could you imagine, like, he just pops up as Tommy Doyle in some kind of, Halloween 6 How great. I mean, gosh, so much. And that kind of thing would just, it'd be great. It'd just be so great. It'll never happen. But just thinking about how great it would be is, they should focus on the Halloween 3 world. I agree, but they won't. They won't. They won't. The big question is, what do you do if the TV shows are flops and get canceled after season or 2? What happens then? Then I think they're dead. They're dead. You know, I think at that point that probably would be the death of them. There's no place for them in the theaters anymore. They're not even giving them streaming movies. They're doing the TV series thing. So if the TV series fails, are people just going to go like, oh, I guess these series are dead. People don't care about them anymore. It's not that we screwed. Whenever a movie flops, it's never the audience's fault. Or I'm sorry, whenever a movie flops, it's always our fault. The audience's fault. It's never the producers or the makers of the movie. It's always our fault, you know. It's our fault that their movies suck and we don't watch them and they tank. It's always we always get the blame for that. You ever notice that? Thank you, Claire. Appreciate that. Oh, Shooting from the Hipster. What's up, man? Yes, I did like the Scream TV series. I did. Yes. And if you're going to do, I would, the first 2 seasons of the Scream TV series I thought were pretty good. Then they did that third one that was completely, like they kind of left, didn't season 2 kind of end on a cliffhanger? But then season 3, it was just something completely different. Like, I didn't know that about season 3. So I started watching season 3 and I was like, what the hell is this? And I didn't even, I looked it up and I saw, like, you know, they went a different direction. And that's the reason why season 3 was the last season. So, but I liked the first 2 seasons of the Scream TV series. I did. I pretty much watched I think I watched the first season back to back to back one night. And then the next night I watched season 2 back to back to back. I may have watched them both together now that I think of it. I don't remember. I just remember I just started watching it just to see because I'd watched some of the first episode when it was on TV back in the day. And that was it. But I went back and was like, hey, let me just check this out and see what's up. And I was like, I like this. So I just machine gunned the whole, either again, it might have been both seasons in one night. I don't remember. It's been a while, but I did like it. Anybody else a fan of the Scream TV series? I didn't think I would. I mean, like when it first was airing, I just didn't think it would be for me, but I was wrong. Andy, how are you tonight, sir? Hope you're doing well. Michael Myers is where the money is at. It would be cool if they did little spin-off episodes, kind of like with Halloween 3. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they'll do that though. I really don't. There's Kevin. How you doing tonight, Kevin? Hope all is well with you. They've not announced what streaming service it'll be on yet. But I mean, they're still in the very early stages. Very early stages. There's Claire in the chat. How you doing tonight, Claire? Yes. We need yes. We need justice for Ted Hollister, for Bucky, and for Ben Tramer. Those are the episodes I want. That's true too, and no physical releases either. If they do a series for Halloween and Friday the 13th. Will we get those on physical, you think? That's a good question. That's a good question. Not drinking a spicy Coke tonight? No. I only got 2 bottles. I drank, Jeremy drank his and half of mine. So, but I did like them. Or I did like it, I should say. I did like it. I thought it was pretty good. Eric only liked the first 2 seasons of Scream. I enjoyed the first 2 seasons of Scream. Third season was a VH1 produced. Really, I didn't know that. But yeah, it was disappointing. Like, why would you? And didn't season 2 leave off on a cliffhanger? Like, why leave season 2 off on a cliffhanger and then for season 3 it's something completely different? That just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? So there seems to be a lot of what's the word I'm looking for here? There's a lot of mixed feelings. A lot of mixed feelings for this Halloween series. A lot of consternation. That's a good word. A lot of consternation when it comes to the Scream series. The Halloween series. But, we'll see what happens. It's on the fast track. So we'll hear more about it soon. I'm sure. Let's do a quick unboxing before we dive into Scream 7 and Texas Chainsaw Massacre turning 50 years of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I've got a mask unboxing here. Let's unbox a mask. It's not a Myers mask. It's not a Myers mask, though. Let's see what kind of mask it is. Oh, by the way, I've got some my stream about Anchor Bay from a couple of weeks ago that got me all nostalgic. So I hit up eBay, and I've got some more old school Anchor Bay releases on the way, and I've actually got one here now that I talked about during that Anchor Bay stream. But I think I'm going to do a whole video just talking about it. Because it's a special one. It's a special one. Anybody want to take any guesses what it is? All right, so here we go. Mask unboxing. This guy packaged it. He packaged it very, it's like a party inside this box. There's all sorts of different colored bubble wrap. There's that. And even this is like pink. This guy really, yeah, it's like a party inside that box. Pink bubble wrap. My goodness. All right, so here he even kept it in the evidence bag that it came in. So this is a Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan poster hawk. Now, I've already got one of these. It's a little bit different, though. And the reason why I wanted this one, the price was, I couldn't pass on the price, but this is a fiberglass mask. This is from fiberglassmasks.com. And I've got 2 different fiberglass masks. I've got, this one now. And I've got a Part 5 fiberglass mask, hawk. But I've always loved the look of the poster hawk with the colors, the red, the blue, all that jazz. Love that. And the one that I've had for a while is a little bit darker, and the blend of the red and the blue is a little more subtle than this one. But this one's pretty darn cool too, I think. This one may actually be a little bit closer to the actual poster, to what the hawk looks on the poster, to be honest. But it's got the leather straps, it's got the buckle there. That's pretty cool. And again, fiberglass. So yeah, I thought I would share that little unboxing with you guys. Always loved the poster art hawk. Love the colors in it. And, you know, I just always love Friday the 13th Part 8. Very nostalgic. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. So there you go. Little mask unboxing. Yes, please. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. I actually picked up one of those shirts, Dalton. I got one of the new Gutter Garbs Part 8 shirts, and I got the pin, the enamel pin. So couldn't pass those up. Those look great. So, and I've got all of my shirts are now getting a little too big for me. I'm having to come down a size. So I'm having to rebuy stuff, or not rebuy, but buy smaller stuff. So this is a Fright Rags shirt. They recently had a sale, and I grabbed 3 shirts in my new size. So I needed that. Oh, and by the way, everything in my TeePublic store is currently marked down 35%. So I'll drop that link in the chat. Go check that out. Got lots of cool shirts over there. Shirts, hoodies, long sleeve tees, stickers, magnets, CD cases, laptop cases, you name it. Got it all over there. Heavily marked down. So. Didn't get any of the new Cavity Colors shirts. No. What's up, Adam NC? How are you doing tonight, sir? So let's talk about Scream 7. Where does Scream 7 stand? Now, we've not heard anything about them in a while since Christopher Landon left. We know that the two main leads, Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera, are not going to be in the movie. How do you do a third installment of a trilogy without your two leads from the previous 2 movies? And I think that's the quandary that the producers of Scream 7 are in now. And I remember Christopher Landon said, he was attached, and then immediately he detached himself from it. And he said something on social media about directing a Scream movie was a dream of mine. So this was his dream. How messed up must it be behind the scenes? And he was like, yeah, I'm out of here. Especially that quickly. So I think that's pretty telling. What's the shipping like overseas? That's a good question. I'm not sure, to be honest. I know they do ship overseas. But I'm not sure what those rates would be, though, Johnny. So recently, one of the stars of Scream, Mason Gooding, did an interview. And in the interview, he was asked, like, what's going on with Scream 7? And here is what Mr. Gooding had to say, per Variety. If it could make money, I guarantee you they'll make it, he said. But then he goes on to say, it's one of those things where you wait to hear from the people that make the big decisions, he said. And then he goes on to say that nobody's talked to him about it. Nobody's contacted him. Oh, and here's Christopher Landon's quote. This will disappoint some and delight others. It was my dream job that turned into a nightmare. And my heart did break for everyone involved. Everyone. But it's time to move on. His dream job turned into a nightmare. And it turned into a nightmare quick, like I said. Like, he was announced to be part of it, and then literally he was out the door quick. So it turned to a nightmare quick. That's how messy this whole thing must be. Can we please retire Scream, Alien, Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Oh, Nico, I know you're excited for Alien Romulus. Come on. I know you're excited for Alien Romulus. So let's see what else did Mr. Gooding have to say here. Where did he say that he... anyway, it's somewhere in here he mentioned, like, nobody's talked to me about it. Nobody's called me. Like, he has no idea what's even going on here. Now, there was a rumor that, and again, take this with a big grain of salt. Rumors are rumors, and the internet is just full of them. That the producers have had secret meetings with Melissa Barrera to try and, I'm guessing, to try and talk her back into the movie. It's kind of, it's shocking, isn't it? I mean, like, she's the star. You've got a trilogy, and your star of the first two movies, you just fire. And I understand why she was fired. I don't want to get into all that, but, like, you just up and fire her like that, and then you kind of wonder why, you know, the last installment's not working out. Like, so, and then there were all these rumors about Neve Campbell coming back and them trying to get Neve Campbell back into the picture. But still, I mean, there's such a, how do you explain, like, you can explain away Jenna Ortega not being there. You can say that Sam, she's somewhere. She's somewhere. She's off the map entirely. She's off the map somewhere, living her best life. Nobody knows where she's at. Sam only. Not the twins, not the, you know, Sam's new love interest. Nobody knows where Jenna Ortega is except for Sam. She's completely hidden away, living her best life. No wackadoo in ghost face masks anywhere near her. You can explain that away quickly, and people will go, oh, okay, yeah. It's a good sister. It's what a good sister does. How do you explain away she's not there either? Do you kill her off in the opening scene with, like, a stand-in, or do you use an AI version of her to die in the opening scene, and then all of a sudden, hey, here's Neve Campbell back. Here's Sydney back. You know, hey, she's here to save the day again. And I know everybody loves Sidney Prescott and Neve Campbell, but at the same time, like, how many, and I've said this before too, like, how many times does it take a wacko in a ghost face mask to show up in your vicinity and start killing all your friends around and everyone around you before you just go, I'm going to live in the middle of the woods all by myself for the rest of my life. You know, we're going to, but we're going to leave it to, like, but the hope, I'm guessing, is let's get her back in the mix. People will forget about Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, and Sydney will just be there to save the day again. So how do you follow up Scream 5 and 6 without the two leads? Even if you do throw Neve Campbell back into it, it's like, it's such a, there's just no continuity there. It just doesn't make sense. Stop making trilogies. Hey, there's an idea. I don't think every new installment of a franchise needs to be the beginning of a trilogy. Good point, Alan. Good point. Yes. Yeah. I want Jenna Ortega to be the new Ghostface. She's the new Lydia Dietz in the new Wednesday. She's not got time for that anymore. Oh, that's a good, yeah. Melissa Barrera is in that Abigail movie, and that's a Spyglass movie too? Okay. Will she promote that movie? Well, I mean, that was probably in her contract. She's probably contractually obligated to promote it, whether she's friends with them or not. So she's contractually obligated, I'm sure. So, I mean, where do we... Is it on? Is it off? I'm sure those rumors about Spyglass trying to make amends with Melissa Barrera probably aren't. I mean, it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility, because they want to make money. Money is paramount to everything else. So they can bring her back and have her, say on social media or in interviews, "Oh no, we're good now. We're good. Everything's good now. Don't hate Spyglass. Don't hate those guys. Everything's good now. We're good. We're good." That'll, all the fans who were, Melissa or bust may come back, or, maybe they think if they do get Neve Campbell back, people will just forget Melissa and whatever. But clearly this dude, and maybe this dude, maybe he knows more than he's letting on, and he can't really say. Maybe he's been NDA'd, All these Scream people, they lock him down with these massive NDAs so that they don't spoil anything. Maybe he's been NDA'd. And he can't talk about it. So... But clearly, I think this gap between 6 and 7, without any kind of without any kind of news of it being made, or, behind the scenes photos or anything like that. I mean, that's very telling that there's some issues here. So how do we fix Scream 7? Or do we fix Scream 7? Do we go back to the drawing board? What do y'all think? How can we fix Scream 7, or should we fix Scream 7? Or do we even need more Scream? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Oh yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, Melissa said that if Spyglass sells the rights, she will come back. I heard that too. It's one of the many rumory things floating around out there. And thank y'all for 58 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. What's up, Joe? I have not seen the first... I've seen bits and pieces of the trailer for the first Omen. I've not seen the whole thing. I'm gonna watch it though. Jeremy's dying to watch it. There's no doubt that that we're gonna see it. So at this point, I'm just not gonna watch a trailer. I'm just gonna hold off. So. Oh, by the way, did anybody get out to watch Imaginary this weekend? The Killer Bear movie, the Killer Teddy Bear movie. Did anybody get out to watch that? Easy fix, put Ghostface in space. I mean, that's how you fix these franchises. That's how you fix these franchises. Space is truly where these franchises go to die. So yeah, that's how you fix it. You put it in space, and then it's done. And it's done. When was our last new horror icon? Was it art? Yeah, I think it was art. I do. What are some more recent horror icons, honestly? I mean, can we consider Megan in a horror? Like, I mean, who else is a more recent horror icon? You know? I mean, that's a very good question. Aside from art, I mean, you know, the dude from Saw, but I mean, that's not even recent. I mean, Saw's old at this point. I mean, Valak, the guy from Hatchet, Victor Crowley. I don't like those movies, but you know, I mean, let's see. Justin Smith was curious, where did you get your 27x41 frame and what material is the frame? The very last one I got it off of Amazon, and let me see if I can find the link for you. It's actually a really good quality 27x41. Not cheap, but I mean, you're not going to find 27x41 poster frames that are cheap. Like the cheapest that I could find, I want to say it was about $50, but it was crap. It was absolute crap. I ended up having to send it, box it up and send the thing back, which was a huge pain in the butt. It was garbage. It was garbage. So this is the 27x41 that I got recently. And it's actually really, really freaking good quality, but it ain't cheap, but there you go. Put the link in the chat for you. Scream is pretty played out for me at this point. I did not like parts 5 and 6 as much as 4, which I feel is underrated. Scream is my third favorite franchise, but we're good for now. Okay, Dave says he watched Imaginary. It was okay at best. Okay. Anybody else see Imaginary this weekend? I did not see Imaginary, but saw Love Lies Bleeding. Okay. Very much dug it. A pulpy, bruising flick. All right. Cool. The Sinister Demon, Bagul. Yeah, I threw Megan out there. Are they doing a Megan sequel? Like what? I'm surprised we've not got news of like a Megan 2 by now, honestly. I mean, that's true, Johnny. The problem isn't coming up with it. The problem is getting it made, because nobody wants to do anything new. Oh, okay, yeah. How could I forget? Yeah, the killer from Thanksgiving, John Carver. I mean, he's, and we got Thanksgiving 2 coming out. So I think John Carver is on the come up. John Carver is on the come up. And I just don't get it. Look, if you didn't like Thanksgiving, I just don't think you like horror. I think you're a fake horror person if you didn't like Thanksgiving. I'm just putting that out there. I don't care who that offends. I stand by it. If you didn't like Thanksgiving, you're not a true horror fan. I'm just putting that out there. That's truth. That's going to get me in trouble, but I don't care. The Grabber. Oh yeah, aren't they doing a black phone too? Did I dream that, or did I hear they were doing a black phone too? Is it going to have? Didn't the Grabber die at the end of the first one? Didn't Ethan Hawke die, or was he just captured? I think he was just captured, right? So yeah, he's still around. He's still around. Yeah, I mentioned Valak. Yeah, I mentioned Valak. The shark from the Meg. Okay. All right. At least you didn't say the shark from House Shark. I'm just playing, Nico. I'm just playing. We should be getting that trailer pretty soon, I would think. I mean, the movie comes out in June. That's, 3 months away, less than 3 months away. So you'd think we'd get that trailer pretty soon. Oh, of course. Well, I mean, the Skarsgård's Pennywise in the first movie. I hated It Chapter 2 so much. But yes, I thought Skarsgård was great as Pennywise in both those movies. So yeah, I mean, the Skarsgård Pennywise, I would add him to the mix too. But I mean, Pennywise was kind of a horror icon already. Still, I mean, yeah, still. He was really good as that Pennywise, I think. Let's talk about some new physical media. Huh? Let's talk about some new physical media. And first, let's talk about some new physical media that's coming out to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You want to talk about a horror icon? Leatherface. Leatherface is a horror icon. So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 50th anniversary. Wow. So there's all kinds of Texas Chainsaw Massacre celebrations going on out there. Let's just look at this. Join us in celebrating 50th anniversary of Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the Stay Put in Austin, Texas. Bone-chilling live carving by Leatherface. How cool is that? That's cool. When is that? I don't see a date on that. But anyway, there's all sorts of stuff here. The festivities is set to kick off with an audience capturing social activation at this year's South by Southwest Film Festival. A live recreation of an ice sculpture unveiling the new 50th anniversary TCM logo with a chainsaw-wielding Leatherface. There's this thing with the stay put. In late 2024, Dark Sky Films will release a multi-disc set which will include the new 4K UHD of the film, a Blu-ray bonus disc containing new extra features, and an exclusive VHS release of the movie. The special edition collector's set will be housed in a custom-created box shaped as a chainsaw that will feature iconic sounds from the film when it is opened. Are we talking about like a chainsaw revving here? Are we talking about that camera? What are we talking about here? So I'm curious to see what that box set is gonna look like. Now, do I need another physical media release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Yes, I do. But I'm curious to see about that box, what that box is going to look like and sound like. Throughout the summer of 2024, Texas Chainsaw Massacre will continue to treat fans with special appearances at fan panels at various conventions throughout the country, including one of the largest chainsaw reunions ever at Texas Frightmare Weekend. I think that's very cool. There's actually going to be a bit of a chainsaw reunion at a convention in Tennessee soon. Or I think it's this summer actually. And they've got some of the cast there. And I definitely want to go to that one. Some folks I liked Alan Danziger is going to be there. Let's see, who else did they announce? The blonde guy who gets the mouth in the head there, that awesome, iconic scene. I think they'd announced one more up to this point, but definitely excited for that. So yeah, it's going to be a big, lot of, and of course, we've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game out now. So all sorts of Texas Chainsaw Massacre related events going to be going on this year to celebrate the 50th anniversary. And Dark Sky's given us that new box set with the 4K, Blu-ray, new extras, exclusive VHS. And it all comes inside a custom box shaped like a chainsaw that will feature iconic sounds. Alrighty. Anybody going to Texas Frightmare this year or that other convention? What is that freaking thing called? Let me look it up here. What was it called? I don't know. But anybody going to any of those conventions? Anybody excited for that box? I mean, I'm sure most of you out there probably already have a multitude of chainsaw physical media releases as I do, but what's one more gonna hurt? It's the 50th anniversary. What's up, direct-to-screenwriter? How you doing tonight? Well, I'm not wearing it so much in honor of the Yankees, but in honor of Fred Durst. In honor of Fred Durst. There's a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre pinball machine. Really? No, I did not know that. Gotta say again how much I love the previous Bloodstream. Amazing stuff. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, that was, again, the feedback from that one has been really, really positive. Everybody seems to have enjoyed it, and I'm really happy. I know I certainly did too. And, again, that will hopefully not be the only time Glenn shows up on the channel. So, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. That sounds cool. My husband and I went to the 40th anniversary panel in Austin and got to meet Gunnar, and several cast members also had dinner in the original house which is now a cafe with a bar upstairs with lots of movie memorabilia. Yes, I've been there. And the food was literally, and I'm not joking, it was one of the best burgers I ever ate in my life. Was there. Yeah. So, and they were so nice to me at that restaurant. So nice to me, because they just let me run amok in that place shooting footage. Like, they just, wherever you want to go. You want to go upstairs, you want to go down, you want to go here, wherever. Just go, man. Just go have fun. So, I certainly appreciated that. Yeah. But yeah, I've actually got a video on the channel of when I visited Texas. I went to the house. I went to the gas station, which is also a restaurant. I went to the cemetery from the beginning of the film. Great time. Great time. That's, yeah, you're right. The Crow trailer could appear at in front of the first Omen and Abigail. True. Very true. The food was great. Yes, it was. Because I've always wanted to ask you to rank the classic Ghoulies series in your preferred order. Can you please do so? Let's see. So Ghoulies, oh man. I'd need to go back and revisit Ghoulies 3 and 4, because I don't remember those very well. Is part 3 the one with Matthew Lillard in it at the college? That's part 3, right? I guess I would have to say Ghoulies 2 would be number 1. Ghoulies 3 would be number 2, then Ghoulies, and then Ghoulies 4. But see, I only put Ghoulies 4 at the end because I've not seen Ghoulies 4 in, a long time. So, which is funny because Ghoulies 4 was directed by Jim Wynorski, and I love Jim Wynorski. So, I don't know. I need to go revisit Ghoulies 4. But speaking of physical media, let's talk more about physical media. Walmart has got out some exclusive Steelbooks. I posted a short of the whole Steelbook display at my local Walmart, and I grabbed a few. So I will show y'all what I grabbed. And let's see, what shall we start with here? All right, let's start with this one. Dune. So, I think I talked on the last Bloodstream about Dune and Dune 2, and I was like, I love the director. I love Denis Villeneuve. But I've just not seen either of the new Dune movies. But, I was like, okay, here's the Steelbook, 4K. What better way to introduce myself to Dune? And this Steelbook actually glows in the dark. So let's test it. Or it says it glows in the dark. So let's test it and see if it really does glow in the dark here. Can you, it's still too bright. Let's see, still too bright. It says it's supposed to glow in the dark. Are you lying to me, Walmart? Was that a lie? Let's see. All right, I'm just going to, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. It says it glows in the dark, but anyway, there's the Dune Steelbook. Yeah. This one, I have to admit, this one I was like, okay. Even if it wasn't for a movie that I like, I was going to get it anyway because this artwork is just really cool. Kickboxer. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Kickboxer. Like that artwork. Think the artwork is really cool. It's been a long time since I've seen Kickboxer. I prefer Bloodsport. I mean, Bloodsport's a classic. But I remember Kickboxer being pretty good too. So, looking forward to revisiting Kickboxer via this Steelbook. And if anybody picked up any of the Walmart exclusive Steelbooks, let me know. Here's one I've heard really good things about this movie. I actually started watching this movie a long time ago, and I had to stop it for some reason, and I just never came back to it. But I was liking what I saw, so I decided to grab the Steelbook and give it another shot. One Cut of the Dead. Any fans of One Cut of the Dead out there? Yeah, I remember it being pretty good. So. And the last one, I know this movie was not everybody's cup of tea, but I had a great time with it. I gave it a very positive review, and I stand by it. I stand by it 100%, to the point where I bought the Steelbook here. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And yes, I'm very much looking forward to the sequel. Yes. So, I think the artwork on the Steelbook's pretty cool too. So, yeah, that was my Walmart Steelbook haul. What's up, Twisted Trucker? Just saw Dune 2 today, and it is a lot of movie. I know it's a long. Is that what you're meaning, that it's a long movie, or you just left a word out there? Yes, Bloodsport. Kumite. I love the back cover image of Kickboxer. Kevin snagged Hollow Man. It's the last Verhoeven movie you needed to own. I thought about Hollow Man. I like that movie. I was like, do I need the Steelbook? You prefer Kickboxer to Bloodsport? Okay, all right. I'm a fan of One Cut and the French remake, the hilarious Final Cut. I've not seen that one. Good pickups. Yep, the Shivers one looked really good. That one looked really good. You love Blood. Okay, I'm not the only one out there who loves Blood and Honey. Yes, Caleb, that is the new horror icon, Winnie the Pooh. There you go. Taco Man is the latest horror icon. Hey, you know what? Taco Man, he's not somebody to mess with. That is for sure. As a matter of fact, here's some evidence of how deadly the Taco Man is. Taco Man. Taco Man. Taco Man. Taco Man. Taco Man.
get Taco Bell.
Okay.
That's how deadly the Taco Man is. I will be right back in 1 second. I've got to make a brief run to the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yes, Taco Man is not someone to be toyed with. He is, if you call upon him, you better have tacos ready. You know what I mean? Well, that's right. Bloodsport does not have that killer dance scene. I know. It doesn't, unfortunately. But, you know. Well, you know what, Swaggy? I'm going to have to give my Walmart some credit. I talk crap about my Walmart all the time because usually if there's a Walmart exclusive item, there is a 100% chance that my Walmart will not have it. But they had... they had these Nook things. They had the 3D poster display things. And they had a huge display pretty much stocked full of those Steelbooks. So I've got to give them some credit here. Yeah. By the way, there's another one of those Nooks that, I've not done a video on yet, but I'm going to do one on that one soon too. So I got to give it up to my Walmart. They've upped their game. $3.45 akimbo. You picked up Rad and Little Monsters. I thought about both really, because the Little Monsters Steelbook looked really cool, and Rad is rad. I love that movie, but you know I've got the Vinegar Syndrome 4K. So I mean, I don't need it, you know. Random, but do you think you'll ever have Todd Farmer on a Bloodstream again? He's another one of my favorite interviews you've done. So yeah, I mean, I would love to do, I love Todd. Great guy. Yeah, if ever the opportunity presented itself again, for sure. The only issue is Todd lives in a castle in, I forget where now. Todd lives in a castle somewhere in Europe now. So, there's a whole difference in time, and we could work it out. I'm sure. But like, you know, I think he's a king now. They've made him like a king of wherever because he's living in a castle, for God's sake. So, but yeah, definitely like one of those Sunday streams where like I've had different, you know, like a special Sunday night stream where it's like a topic related and I've had people on. Yeah, we'll definitely do another one of those with Todd. He's great. What's up, Eli? How are you doing tonight? You're not scared of Taco Man, Brokish? Or Brokey-ish? Brokish, whatever. You better be. You better be. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But thank you for following me over on Twitch. But you better be scared. Because if you call upon Taco Man and you do not have tacos ready, that's not a very enviable position to be in. What's up, man? I think it's still there. I responded to it. Yes, your Fred Durst boat joke was funny. That was funny. Hope you're doing well, man. Anybody picking up the True Lies 4K next week? I don't know. I'm concerned about those 4Ks. I've heard they're a little the 4K quality's wonky, is what I've heard. Saturn Video. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. So there you go, folks. We've covered the Halloween television series. We've talked about Scream 7. Is it happening? Should it happen? I think that's the real question. Should Scream 7 happen? We talked about the 50th anniversary of Texas Chainsaw and everything that's coming out. All of the events and whatnot that are in celebration of Texas Chainsaw Massacre's 50th anniversary. Talked about some other physical media. Unboxed a Friday the 13th Part 8 poster hawk. Wow. This is we've done so much in this stream. It's not even been 2 hours. Not even 2 hours. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Any questions? Anything? Anything? So close to 60,000 subscribers. I know we're getting close. We're getting close. What should we do to celebrate 60,000? What should we do? Good, man. Good. Yeah. Looking forward to hanging out with you at full moon. It's going to be a good time. Astro Juicy. Watch a long marathon. A long marathon of what? Thoughts on Scream Factory's Killer Clown bundles? I've actually not. Let me look those up. I've actually, I saw that they were doing that, but I didn't really look into it. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so they got the bundle. Oh man, they got 6 different bundles for this thing. Holy crap! So that's a lot of killer clowns here. Let's see here. You've got, is that a Steelbook? Yep, 35th anniversary Steelbook. I like that artwork. That's pretty sweet artwork. Let's hold on. Let me share this with you fine folks. Oop. All right, so here we go. I like that artwork for the Steelbook, although it kind of looks like he's crawling between 2 very large, very those look like testicles and very nasty. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. So that's well, I guess that's not a bundle, but that's the Steelbook, $38 for the Steelbook. And that's 4K, right? Is that 4K? 4K, yes. 4K. Okay. Then we have this bundle, which is exclusive slipcover, 2 exclusive posters, and a Prism sticker. Screen Factory loves those Prism stickers. Loving the Prism stickers. That's a pretty cool poster. It's that Prism sticker. Okay, that's bundle number 2. $41 for that one. Then you have just the standard release here on 4K. Comes with a poster. $35. Only 34 left. Oh wow, these are selling pretty quick. How many are left of this bundle? Oh, that one's in stock, so okay. What about the Steelbook? Is it running out? No, it says in stock. Okay. So this one's running low. Let's see about, this one's $175. So this one you've got the posters, you've got the Steelbook, you've got the standard edition with the slips, you've got the Prism sticker, you've got some art cards here, you've got, is that a lithograph? And are those pins? Yeah, pins. Okay. Yeah, pins. Those are pretty cool. All right, so that's the 100 and how much was that? 107. Oh, that one's sold out. That one sold out. $175 sold out. Okay. Here we've got the $135 bundle. That one, this one's also sold out. Holy crap. So this one's got everything except the standard edition, looks like. Got the pins, this doesn't have a lithograph either. Or is that the lithograph? Who cares? Who cares? Got the Prism sticker though. That one sold out too. Man, these have, okay. Then you've got this bundle, $129. Also sold out. Damn. Okay. So these look cool. They're pricey, but these bundles are always pretty pricey from Screen Factory, but people are buying them. There's no doubt. 3 of the 6 are sold out, and this one is about to be sold out. There's only 34 left in stock. So, alrighty. Alrighty. Occasionally I drink. Occasionally I'll have a sip. I had a pina colada with dinner the other night. And I think that's the last thing I've had to drink. That was the first thing I've had to drink in a while, and that was the last thing I've had to drink, so. Is there a certain horror movie novelization that you're looking to get? I would love to get the novelization for the first Friday the 13th. That one's super pricey, though. Outside of that, no. I think that's it. I've got the Halloween one. I've got Halloween 2 and 3. I've got Halloween 4. I've got Friday the 13th 3 and 6. So yeah, if I could get Friday the 13th, I'd be happy. I have not talked about Tubi cutting up their movies, but yes, has anybody noticed that some movies on Tubi are edited? I noticed that with Witch Trap. I decided to watch Witch Trap one day, and I was too bored. I was too lazy to go get the Blu-ray off the shelf. So I was like, I wonder if this thing's on Tubi. It is on Tubi. And as I was watching it, I noticed that there were certain things cut out of it. And I was like, what? Why? What? Like, I don't, But then I noticed maybe a couple of weeks after that, I don't even remember what the movie was, but it was edited. And like, they're not cutting out the violence or the profanity that I noticed. They were cutting out like nudity. So I don't know. I don't get that. Like, I mean, I get that Tubi is like anybody can kind of access Tubi, right? Right? I mean, it's free, but like you're cutting out nudity, but not violence and not profanity. But apparently it's much bigger than what I thought, because it's come out recently that there's apparently quite a lot of stuff on Tubi that's been edited. And yeah, I don't know. That's I mean, I love Tubi. I love Tubi. But I don't get I don't know. I don't get it. Got Swayed Persuade here. What's cracking? Yes, those things were they were pricey. They were pricey. Watch along marathon of Texas Chainsaw 1 and 2. Ooh. Okay. No, I've heard. I heard that there was going to be a Killer Clowns game. I heard that. Would you ever grow your beard at least a foot in length? It was pretty close. It got pretty close last year, especially like my goatee part of it. It was down to about right here. It had some length to it. So, but a foot. That's just too much beard. That's just too much. Too much. Scream Factory doesn't have all the special features from Arrow's Blu-ray, really? They sold out in a day or two. Well, Scream Factory lost both Jeff Nelson and Cliff McMullen. Or that was his name, right? Cliff? I think that was it. But I mean, those were the two, those guys like were Scream Factory for since the beginning, and like they're both gone now. So Cliff McMillan, I think that was the name. They're both gone. So like, who's? I think it. I don't know. I love Scream Factory. I want Scream Factory to stick around. I want them to stay relevant, but like, it just seems like they're going down the exact same path Anchor Bay did before they fell off. And when Anchor Bay fell off, they fell off quick, So I don't know. And the same thing happened with Anchor Bay when William Lustig and Michael Felsher left. They went downhill. And they were like the main guys at Anchor Bay. Now the main guys at Scream Factory are gone. So, top 3 favorite Friday the 13th, part 1, part 5, and part 4. I feel betrayed. I was a diehard Tubi enthusiast. I don't know how I feel now. It's not every movie on there. It's just certain movies. I don't get it. No. Of those Severin releases, I'll probably pick up Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker, because that's such a wacky movie. I just need it in 4K. I need it in 4K. So. Yeah. Yeah. Jeff and Cliff were they're big guys. Now they're gone. And I wonder, they're doing this, they're just releasing the same things over and over again, but like here's a 4K, or like here's a Steelbook or whatever. And I wonder if, and didn't Jeff go to work for Arrow? I think Jeff's working for Arrow now, actually. But, yeah. Which new movie should get the Scream Factory Special Edition treatment? Which new movie? I don't know. How about Thanksgiving? If we get the Nightmare on Elm Street 4Ks or box sets or whatever, it'll all be done in-house. They're not gonna. That was something that Jeff Nelson and Cliff talked about, was that they tried to go after it, and I think they had it in the bag at one point, and then it didn't happen, and that New Line or Warner Brothers or whatever are just going to do it in-house, most likely. Thank you all for 75 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. Cry Wolf, yeah. I was talking about Cry Wolf just recently, and because the guy who directed Cry Wolf has directed Imaginary, and kind of want to go back and rewatch Cry Wolf. It's been a while. I remember liking that movie. I need to go back and revisit it. All What's Wrong can't see your nudity. You can't see my nudity? If you want to see my nudity, that's going to cost you. All right? That's going to cost you. I just don't share my nudity for free. So. Yeah, I've got Cry Wolf on Blu-ray somewhere. I need to track it, or maybe I just have it on DVD. I don't remember, but I've got it somewhere. And I'm sure it's probably on Tubi, right? But I do need to track it down. No, I never really got into the R.L. Stine Goosebumps books. Never really got into those. So I am planning on doing a watch party sometime this week over on my Twitch channel. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I've got some ideas. So I'm planning on doing that sometime this week. I've got a big I Love Physical Media video that'll be coming out sometime this week as well. See what else is coming out this week. Oh, got a Michael Myers mask unboxing coming out this week. And probably another soda review video with Jeremy. So, a lot of stuff coming out soon on the channel. be sure to keep an eye out for that. If you're not following me on Twitch, that link is in the description. I've really enjoyed the watch parties that we've been doing over there. We've been doing one a month, which is always fun, just to hang out, watch a movie, talk about it with you fine folks. So, I've been after somebody else for a watch for a bloodstream, but hopefully I'll be able to announce that person soon. But we'll see. Chris B, hey Piz, thanks for all you and Jeremy do. Just got back from my first HorrorCon, which was at Monster Mania. Any advice on getting original movie posters? Are they something you like to collect? Yes, I do like to collect original movie posters. By the way, very first convention. Hope you had fun, man. Hope you had fun. Any advice? My only advice would be to do your research on originals before you start buying them hardcore. Just know, like, you know, prior to I think it was 85 or 87, all original one sheets are 27 by 41 in length. They all were folded. So just keep that in mind. They were delivered to theaters folded, I should say. So keep that in mind. Just do your research so you don't get ripped off. That's another video I've been thinking about doing. Not for posters, but I get a lot of people who ask me about like communities for mask collectors, and like where are good communities for mask collectors? How do I purchase masks from collectors? How do I not get ripped off? Yada, yada, yada. So that's a video I've kind of been thinking about doing too. Like mask collecting 101, you know, like how to not get ripped off. So that's something I've been thinking about doing too. I think that'd be a fun video, and that might, you know, be informative for some. So what's the most expensive OG posters I've seen? I've seen like an original Chainsaw poster. It was super, oh gosh, I don't even remember exactly how much it was, but it was super expensive. So let's hold on a second. Let me pull up eBay here. And we'll just kind of take a look at some of these posters. Or actually, let me just go straight to because like a Friday the 13th original is going to be expensive. A Texas Chainsaw original is going to be expensive. You know what I mean? So hold on one second. Let me pull this up here. And if you're enjoying the stream, please drop a like on it. So eBay, let's look up Friday the 13th original one sheet. Let's see what we get. $325, $600, $500. There's one for $600. There's a part 3. $120. Oh, here's one for $1,000. $1,000. So, like, let's look at this 325 one. Like, you see how it's folded? That's how pretty much all posters. I think the cutoff date is like 85 or 87. That's how original movie posters were delivered to theaters. So if you see a poster that's from Chainsaw and it's a rolled original poster, that might be it's a little suspicious, put it that way. Also, something I was talking about original one sheets in another live stream, but like a lot of them down here in like the border, they'll have this like, you know, where it was printed, a copyright date, etc., etc. That's something you don't see on repros. Or like down here, you've got the number, you've got the title. You don't see that on repros that much either. So $325, it's beat up. It's beat up, but for $325, I mean, that's probably not a bad price. Let's see, what's so special about this one that's $1,000? Original linen-backed movie poster. And is this one? This one's not even folded. What? Is it folded? It's got some crease marks in it. Very light crease marks. I don't know. That one's way too expensive anyway. So let's, oh wow, they want $350 for a Part 5 original? Oh, it's signed. Who's it signed by? Tom Morga? That's a lot. Holy crap. Let's look at a Texas Chainsaw Massacre original. That'll be a pricey poster. If they even have any. 400. Oh, good Lord. Here's one. 4,500. 400, 600, 3.5. That one's signed by the cast, though. I'm surprised. This one's $395. That seems a little. $199. That can't be an original. Oh, for the re-release. Okay. Okay. We don't want re-release. We want original release. $395. That one looks like it's in surprisingly good condition, too. To be that old. Like surprisingly good condition. You only want $395 for it, and it's in that good condition. I would actually like to have, I think this one would be cool to have. That one would be cool to have. The video store standee, that's something that I look for every now and again on eBay too, is like the Chainsaw 2 video store standee. See if I can happen across one of those at a reasonable price. I've actually got a My Bloody Valentine one sheet. I got it at a pretty decent price. I didn't get it from eBay. I got it from Grindhouse when they were open in Tennessee. $200. I think that's pretty reasonable for one. $200, $325. Yeah, it's about reasonable for an original My Bloody Valentine. Yeah. Let's see, any other requests? Ooh, Alien. Alien will be an expensive one, I'm sure. Aliens for $88. I got some Aliens ones here for surprisingly not too expensive. There's a re-release one. We don't want re-release ones. We want originals. Okay, here we go. $450. So $450, I mean, you know. Let's see. That one looks to be in pretty good shape, too. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. I had an original Next Generation poster back in the day. You have an original Phantasm? Very nice. Very nice. There's Garrett in the chat. What's up, man? An OG Sleepaway Camp is also a pricey one. Yeah. Let's check Sleepaway Camp here. See what we got with that. Those the Sleepaway Camp sequels, like the video store posters for those, are usually pretty expensive too. Oh wow, you can't even. There's not even one on here. There's not. Oh, they don't even have any. Wow. Original Toolbox Murders. Yeah, geez, they don't even have an original Sleepaway Camp. Damn. Let's see about Sleepaway Camp 2. Those are pretty rare too, I believe. There's a part 3 video store poster. $145. Halloween 2 original, $500. I've got a Phantasm 2 original, double-sided too. Jaws 2, I love that poster. Sleepaway Camp 2 or 3 video store poster here. Doesn't look like it's in too bad. Well, it's taking some bumps. Taking a bump or two. Teenage Wasteland. But yeah, no original. Wow. Okay. So these Scream Factory posters, they're going for a hefty sum now too. $200. That one's $145. Really? I'm sitting on a gold mine. Here's Sleepaway Camp original movie press photos. Cheerleader Camp original $275. Oh man. So I was talking to somebody recently about somebody who does acquisitions for a boutique label about Cheerleader Camp. And from what I was told, the people who own the rights to Sleepaway Camp, Cheerleader Camp, from what I was told, the people who own the rights to Cheerleader Camp just don't even care. Like they have no interest in putting it out or licensing the rights. So, I mean, I'm sure if they get the right offer, but either they don't have any interest in licensing it out or nobody's giving them the right offer. They think they're sitting on a gold mine or something, I guess, so. Yeah, I knew some of those Scream Factory posters were a little pricey, but, hey, I need to do some price checking on some of those ones I've got in there. Oh, let's see. An Exorcist original. I bet that's going to be a pricey one too. Exorcist original one sheet. Oh, there's one for $200. $250. Oh God. $639 for one. Jeez. Let's see. $200. I'm surprised. I thought that'd be a little bit more. Let's see. Does it look authentic? Yeah. It's really not in bad shape either. So, not too bad. Let's look for a Spookies one real quick, because I do love me some Spookies. Oh my God, they've got the Forest original one sheet. Lost Boys original one sheet for $250. Garrett, you've got an original Lost Boys, don't you? Black Christmas 74. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm sure that one's a pricey one. Yeah, lobby cards are cool too. I've got a bunch of original Let's see if I can get these out of here without knocking Roy over. Oh, no. They're getting no. I've got some original Part 5 lobby cards. So there's Roy in all his glory. We got the aftermath of Joey's demise. R.I.P. Joey. We got Tommy there beating up on Junior. I got Lana. Before she gets removed. Got Tommy there looking all pensive. Got Reggie the Reckless, and oh goodness, what was her character's name? I don't remember. We got got the sheriff there with her at the end. We got Violet. Poor Violet. About to meet her demise. R.I.P. So, yeah. Couldn't pass up on some original A New Beginning lobby cards. All right, folks, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night there, but I want to give some big shout outs here before we say goodnight. Shout out to Eric S. 1973. Shout out to Astro Juicy, to Ghoul. Shoot from the Hipster. And Brokish for tuning in over on Twitch. Thank you, folks. Shout out to Nico for the $10 and the $5 super chat. Appreciate that very much, Nico. And shout out to Francis Chainsaw Grimp for becoming a channel member. Thank you very much. Let's see who's still with me here on the tube. We've got Garrett here from Born to Be Rad. We got Larson family. We've got Caleb Croft, Dalton, Richard C., Swade Persuade, Slasher Home Video, Entertainment Wizard, Saturn Video. We've got Chris Simpson, San Andreas Today, Swaggy G, Andy Shoemake, Michael Sullivan, PlayStation 9, K. Crow, Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Please drop a like on the stream before you exit. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Got a lot of stuff coming out on the channel this week, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled. If you're not following me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, please do so. Those links are in the description. And if you're not following me on Twitch, go ahead and follow me on Twitch too. We're going to do a watch party, a new watch party sometime this week. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So again, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Sunday nights. Have a great week, and I will see you again very soon. Peace.